They look like teddy bears, sleep for most of the day, and have fingerprints just like us. But behind that fluffy face is one of the most misunderstood animals in the world. Stick around, koalas are not what you think. Fact number 1. Koalas are not bears. Let's start with the biggest misconception: koalas are not bears. Not even close. They're marsupials, a group of animals that carry and nurse their young in pouches. That puts them in the same family as kangaroos, wombats, and possums, not grizzlies or pandas. The confusion started with early European settlers in Australia who thought the small, furry creature looked like a bear and started calling it the koala bear. The name stuck in pop culture, but it's completely wrong. Koalas have a unique reproductive system. When a joey is born, it's about the size of a jelly bean, hairless, blind, and completely helpless. It crawls into the mother's pouch using nothing but instinct and tiny limbs. Inside, it latches onto a teat and stays protected for months. After about 6 months, the joey begins to emerge from the pouch and ride on the mother's back, learning to climb and explore. It stays close to mom for nearly a year before becoming independent. Also, unlike bears, koalas don't hibernate. Their low-energy lifestyle is often mistaken for hibernation, but in reality, they're just conserving energy. More on that in the next fact. And here as a bonus, the name koala is believed to come from an ancient word in the Darug language meaning no water. Since koalas rarely drink, they get most of their hydration from eucalyptus leaves. Fact number 2. Koalas sleep up to 20 hours a day. Koalas spend about 80% of their lives sleeping. That's not an exaggeration. They can snooze for up to 20 hours a day. The remaining 4 hours mostly eating and climbing. That's it. The reason is all about their diet. Koalas feed almost exclusively on eucalyptus leaves, which are low in calories, hard to digest, and full of toxins. To handle this, koalas have evolved a specialized digestive system with a long cecum and powerful gut bacteria that break down the leaves. But digestion takes so much energy, and the nutritional return is so small that they've adapted by dramatically slowing down their entire lifestyle. They move slowly, they rest constantly, and they only eat very specific types of eucalyptus out of the 600 species available. Koalas are picky eaters, too. Some individuals prefer certain trees or even certain leaves from those trees. This means protecting their habitat isn't as simple as planting random eucalyptus. It has to be the right kind in the right place. And even when they're awake, koalas rarely exert themselves. Their movements are deliberate, minimal, and only as much as necessary to stay alive. It's like nature put them in permanent energy-saving mode. This extreme energy conservation is why you almost never see a koala running or playing like other animals. Their entire existence revolves around staying still and surviving off one of the hardest diets in the animal kingdom. Fact number 3. Koalas have fingerprints like humans. Koalas have fingerprints so similar to ours that under a microscope, they're nearly impossible to distinguish from human ones. This fact has even caused confusion in forensic investigations. The ridges, loops, and whorls on their fingers are almost identical in shape, spacing, and complexity to human prints. It is a stunning example of convergent evolution where two unrelated species evolve similar traits to solve similar problems. In the case of koalas, the likely reason for these fingerprints is their need for precision when climbing trees and handling eucalyptus leaves. They spend nearly their entire lives in the trees, using their hands to grip bark and branches with extreme care. The detailed texture of fingerprints helps them do just that. Koalas also have two opposable thumbs on each front paw, giving them extra grip strength and dexterity. This makes their hands surprisingly similar to ours in both appearance and function. Out in the wild, this allows them to climb with agility, even though their pace is slow. They can scale trees straight up, leap between branches, and maintain a tight hold while they rest. It is just one of many ways koalas show us how nature reuses smart designs even across very different creatures. Fact number 4. Koalas make deep, Disturbing sounds, you might assume that koalas make gentle, whispery noises, maybe a squeak or a soft purr. But prepare yourself, male koalas produce a deep, guttural bellow that sounds more like a wild pig or a monster growl. This shocking vocalization is used mainly during mating season. Males use it to attract females and warn other males to stay away from their territory. The sound can travel for long distances, echoing through the trees. How can a small animal make such a huge sound? Koalas have a unique structure in their vocal anatomy, a descended larynx and specialized vocal folds. These allow them to produce low-frequency bellows that are completely unexpected from an animal their size. The vocal folds are located in their chest, not their throat like most animals. This rare trait gives their bellows a deep resonance that carries far and makes them sound much larger than they are. Each male koala has a slightly different voice, and females may choose mates based on these vocal cues. In some cases, researchers can even identify individual koalas by the sound of their bellow. It's just another way koalas surprise us: tiny body, massive voice. Fact number 5. Koalas are in serious danger despite their calm and quiet reputation. Koalas are facing one of the worst population declines in modern Australia. Their numbers have been steadily decreasing for decades, and in 2022, koalas were officially listed as endangered in parts of the country. One of the main threats is habitat destruction. As forests are cleared for agriculture, housing, and infrastructure, koalas lose their homes, food sources, and travel corridors. Because they're so dependent on specific types of eucalyptus, relocation isn't always an option. Even when koalas try to move across fragmented land, they're vulnerable to cars, dogs, and extreme weather. Many are hit by vehicles or attacked by domestic animals when crossing roads and suburbs. Another major issue is disease, particularly chlamydia, which affects a large portion of the wild population. This bacterial infection can cause blindness, infertility, and even death. Treating infected koalas is challenging, especially in the wild, and vaccines are still in development. Climate change adds even more pressure. Longer heat waves, droughts, and bushfires are devastating koala habitats. The 2019 to 2020 Black Summer bushfires killed thousands of koalas and destroyed millions of acres of critical forest. But it's not all doom and gloom. Wildlife organizations and volunteers are working hard to rescue injured koalas, care for orphans, and protect key habitats. Some groups use drones to monitor populations and plant the right types of eucalyptus for reforestation. Even the average person can help. Supporting verified wildlife foundations, spreading awareness, avoiding products linked to deforestation, and pushing for environmental policies can all make a difference. Koalas have survived for millions of years. With the right action, we can make sure they're here for millions more. Koalas are more than just a cute face. They're one of nature's most unique survivors, gentle, mysterious, and full of surprises. From their jelly bean-sized babies to their thunderous mating calls, koalas remind us that there is always more to learn even about the animals we think we know best. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next wild adventure. Thanks for watching.